Hey friends, it's me, Friend the Human,
And it's me, Slappa.
and this is Vibes and Delights. You're a nerd. You always be making fun of me. Yeah, I am, I am.
What?
What? Yeah.
Huh?
Anyway. So, last weekend we went to go get our kids, and school's coming up soon in the next couple weeks. Are you ready for back to school? What was back to school like for you when you were a kid, babe?
I was just excited to go somewhere other than my house and my boring suburban neighborhood, honestly.
Man, honestly, like I really enjoyed the new stuff. But like also I feel like in my junior and senior year, I don't know, I would sometimes like on my way to the bus stop, be like it's kind of chilly and like the sun is shining just right over. I remember very distinctly just like taking a breath and just like intaking all of that. And like I remember I've done that. I have like a moment like that almost every fall, whether I'm in like a Best Buy parking lot, school parking lot, walking from to the bus. Like it's always in the morning. You know what I'm saying? But like I just have that moment where I just breathe in fall, and I get excited about that time of year. I don't know. Also, I like wearing boots, but I wear boots literally all year long, so I don't know what I'm excited about.
I
Maybe
get to wear boots
right.
now.
Maybe it's because I'll get a new pair of boots. Ooh. But anyway, um so what was a well oh man, I talked about Fiona and Cake, y'all, the new trailer. Are y'all as excited about Fiona and Cake as I am? I am so stoked. Like, I mean, that video, I haven't had a video go viral like on my own, like my own video go viral in quite a minute, and it got almost 100,000 views. It stopped at 99.3. But like, or it might be 99.2, I don't remember, but like I can't even tell you how excited I am, like to the point where I literally have like shifted my whole channel's access to like cartoons mainly, but like with the occasional Reddit rainbow. And like because I don't know, like I've just been really hyper focused on this, and it's just like my absolute priority. But honestly, is it like me changing, or this is where my channel started in the first place? You know what I'm saying? And TikTok is like the whole cartoons playlist is me reviewing the Flapjack family tree of cartoons, like from Craig of the Creek, which is like a kid community. I love kid community shows, you know what I'm saying? Or like how Steven Universe, like I'm having a good time talking about how Rose Quartz became pregnant with Greg's baby. Oh my gosh, somebody said a missed opportunity. You should have said Greganant or Gregnant. And
Reagan.
Gregnant. And I just thought that shit was hilarious. And it was a missed opportunity, but y'all, it was like 2 in the morning. And I was trying so hard to make that video. I spent so much time researching, thinking how to word this in a way that's easy and doesn't make me sound like a psychopath. Like, yo, I spent a lot of time. Anyway, so I'm really excited to be talking about cartoons again. It's just a huge favorite, happy thing for me. Anyway, but back to the old grind. Oh, you guys, please help us get to Vibes and Delights up to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and on TikTok. We want to go live. You know what I'm saying? Want to go live on Vibes and Delights so we can read stories and like have good discussions. And then like it would help me also like kind of separate my channel a little, because some people came for the Vibes and Delights and some people came for the cartoons, and some of y'all came because y'all don't know how to make good choices. I don't know. Make better choices. This bitch is weird. I don't know. I'm kidding. Not really. But all right. So back to it. As awkward as fuck. So we're gonna read 3 stories today. And y'all, I'm excited to read some of these stories to you. because man, I I like heard the first part and I heard it like a couple weeks ago and I was like, "Dang, that shit crazy." And then just there were so many updates in so little time. It's like, God dang. Anyway, all right. So first story though. Slappa sent me this one, and I haven't even read it yet. So this is a new one for all of us, or for at least me anyway. This one's called um My husband, 28 male, is living with a female friend, and and she 22 female, has become hostile towards me, 23 female. That title was a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. Also, it's kind of, we're like on the brink of an age gap right there. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of on the brink to me. And anyway, so my husband and I have been married for 3 years, and our marriage is on the rocks. How old is she? Like just that fast,
Yeah.
20 years old when they got married. And
And we're together however long before then.
right. And then how much you want to bet? Like, and because it's pretty obvious at this point that they met when she was underage, how much you want to bet this friend of hers has been there the whole time and has been basically just biding her
Well, I think
time?
it's like his friend or just someone he met. I don't know. That's the vibe I got.
Well, okay, I misread the title then. It says a female friend, not my female friend. So okay, cool. Anyway, so my husband and I have been married for 3 years and our marriage is on the rocks. That's too fucking early. It all mainly started after the birth of our first child together. Holy Jesus, y'all didn't waste
So
any time.
had a kid and he moved on.
Yeah, so this
On to
is
the
the
next
trauma
one.
cycle of a podcaster all day long. Oh my God. Once in which he became increasingly irritable, aggressive, and sexually distant from me. Once he started to get physically abusive by grabbing and pushing me, we decided to live in different places in a desperate attempt to salvage our marriage. That was 3 months ago.
Oh no.
um I'm currently living with my mom, and I work part time while also taking care of our 18-month-old. With the help of her, with the help of her, my husband purchased a new condo with the financial help of his dad, and lives with a female friend of his, 22 female, who he apparently charges rent. I was uncomfortable about his living arrangement with this woman from the moment I found out about it, mainly because we agreed that we are not taking a break in okay, in the sense of seeing others, and we are still married and not going through a separation. Right, right,
We're
right,
just separate. We're not
right.
separating. We're
So
separating.
let me see here. What's y'all live at different residences. Um pray tell different synonyms. Okay, so like a synonym for different. Let's see here. Separate. Look at that
That's crazy.
on line 2. Like, so you said what now? Bro, okay, great. All right. We're not taking a break in the sense of seeing others, and we're still married and not going through a separation, but just trying to give each other, mainly him, space.
Just call it what you don't want to get beat. That's what's happening. He doesn't need space. You need to get away from him.
She has become very hostile towards me, which is strange because she's supposedly his only friend. Oh, wait, my bad. Let me try that again. She has become very hostile towards me, which is strange because she's supposedly only his friend and basically a tenant of his. For example, I went to visit him with our son, and the whole time she was sitting near him and staring at me with hatred. Oh my God, the oblivious. Is it naivete? I don't know.
It's like trying to
Like this, there's a
like
difference
you
between,
can't not. She notices the hatred.
like taking the high road and straight up ignoring, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Or
she's
not,
trying to ignore it.
not the high road, but like, you know what I'm saying, like the benefit of the doubt, you know what I'm saying? You can only look away so fucking much before you just become absolutely ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? And we're past that now, because with your son, she's doing that, you know what I'm saying? Like, even at the end of the day, no matter what happens, that's still the kid's dad, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, you can't do, you still at the end of the day need to be thinking about the kid. If the kid will sees you looking at its mom like that, it's gonna notice that. And I mean, a kid is more primal than an adult is, and they're going to interrogate that, or they're going to interpret that as possibly a threat, you know what I'm saying? Or someone they should be wary of, or no, not okay around, you know what I'm saying? Like, or gives anxiety to, you know what I'm saying? Watch yourself. But anyway, that's crazy, like in front of the child. Jesus. All right, anyway. And then I asked if he and I could talk privately, and she said, no, this is our place. Yeah, nah, yeah, you might as well just call a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if it's like a financial thing, because he's in his own condo while she's living with her mom. I wonder if she wants to stay married because of the financial security.
What financial? She's living with her mom.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, maybe she's hoping to get back together so she can go back to her financial security. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe, dude,
But
that's not happening.
anyway, and then of course this made everything awkward, so I just left. And he didn't say anything. That's crazy.
Yeah,
even about the kid,
right,
though.
he doesn't even care about seeing his kids.
Jesus. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I'm so shocked. Anyway, I don't know why she would act so hostile towards me if she was just a friend and a tenant. My husband didn't seem bothered by her rudeness either. And at one point, I thought I saw him smirk. Bitch, stop lying. I don't know if I should be concerned that he and her have become more than friends, especially since my husband told me through text that him and I are still exclusive to each other. And my name is Willie Fufu. You believe me?
He said he wasn't cheating.
You believe me? Like, where's that clip of Azula who straight up lied in front of Toph because she's a really good liar? And Toph was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm Willie fucking Fufu, bitch, because I said so. Like, what the hell? And then, what is the best way to continue with this awkward situation?
Leave it.
Bye. Thank you. And you know what, though?
Get half the condo.
Yo, I hate to be harsh, but that's crazy, because like, what are you teaching your kid? You know, like, what are you teaching you, that you're chasing after abuse because he's beating her? You know what I'm saying? Like, if that chick who he's obviously fucking, you know what I'm saying? She's gonna get it too. And then she'll understand. And you know, that's even more fucked up. And I feel really cynical to say this, but yo, like,
that's the cycle.
That is the cycle, is that they're gonna turn their abuse eventually. Like for example, like, I told you guys recently on TikTok about my really messed up experience as a 16-year-old kid with the big A word and all the bullshit that I went through. Let me tell you what happened after that, okay? This is the type of person you're dealing with. So after everything settled down, I got rid of it. I went back to school. You know what I'm saying? It kind of died down. That people kept harassing me and saying fucked up shit to me and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden he started dating someone else, and I started trying to figure out how to go about high school. You know what I'm saying? I did not date until senior year after that. Anyway, but like his girlfriends would always stalk me to this day. To this day, y'all. I saw one follow me on Snapchat, and I was like, bitch, stay the fuck back there. And you know what's even worse is that dude follows my friends' OnlyFans and, you know, special spicy Snapchats. So that dude is still a piece of shit, And here I am living my best life. So I really meant it, guys, when I say that I am okay. It did take a lot out of me, but I am okay. Yeah, I just wanted to tell y'all that because last week it was very emotional. But like anyway, you guys, all I'm trying to say is that like they're just gonna say and do whatever, and you have to leave. You cannot be this stupid. You cannot. You cannot be this stupid. We cannot be this stupid. We cannot keep continuing the cycle. Like, please just teach your daughters, teach your children, your NBs, your boys, your girls, your fucking, I don't know, ducks. That I couldn't think of anything to say. Teach your baby kaiju, okay? Teach them.
Teach your little gojis the right thing.
Teach your little gojis that they don't need to look outside of themselves. Build their self-love into them. And in teaching them, you will teach yourself. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of parenting to me is low-key therapeutic, because even though I didn't get a lot of these conversations that we're allowing with our children, you know what I'm saying? We're giving space to our children. Like, I feel good that I still got to experience it and feel their relief through me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that they could say something and weren't afraid to just say it. You know what I'm saying? And like, that gives me the a shot of therapy that I didn't think I needed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Just let's just teach our kids to not accept this behavior. Why? Why are you chasing this? Goodness. And I don't know if that rant made any sense. I'm pretty sure it came out really terribly, but I don't know. I've been really second guessing myself a lot lately, guys. I'm just going to tell y'all that right now. Anyway, look, did you see any comments in there, Bebe?
Yes. The top comment is girl. The reply to that, girl. The reply to that, girl. Girl.
I found it.
Like, everyone's just, that's
no,
all you
for
can
real,
say.
she better leave that girl man alone.
Yes.
Oh, stop. I can't.
But like, here, girl, you can't be this blind. He moved on. He's trash for not asking for a divorce already. His female friend is definitely his new girlfriend. You should have dropped his ass when he started abusing you. Get a divorce. He's her problem now. You're young. You'll find someone better. I was like, you see a lot of like these incel and like podcast bros TikToks, and they're always talking about how like 70 or 80% of divorces are started by women. And I was always thought like, well, yeah, that's probably says a lot about the men who are getting divorced, right? Like, why are so many more women wanting to leave men?
Right.
And then I thought about this kind of shit. Like, he's trash for not asking for a divorce already. How many times have you heard of your friends and shit being separated from a dude or leaving an abusive dude and not getting divorced? Like, when I met you, you still weren't divorced, and we had to get that done together because he would not. These abusive men will never file divorce. It's always put on the woman to do all the legwork.
It's true. I did ask, if y'all didn't know, like, it was actually a really hard thing for me to admit to Slappa, but I did say it very, very early on. I cried to him. I was like, I love you, but I'm married. He won't let me go. And then I had to, open up to Slap about my horrific, experience, which he already knew a lot about, but like, he didn't realize that he was still holding me captive. You know what I'm saying? And I had been asking. The only thing he did was sign over my Mustang to me. You know what I'm saying? As a way to placate me so that he didn't have to be divorced. It wasn't until he found a new target, right, he found someone new, that he decided, yeah, I guess I'll sign the papers now. So he met me, and you guys, I had been with Slappa for almost a year and a half by the time he finally signed the papers, and we waited the 30 days. Like, it had been a year and a half, and I was already or no, 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 it was 2 years because we got married. I was already pregnant when he finally signed the papers. We were barely pregnant. That's what sparked Slappa. We were pregnant and he was like, no, I'm marrying you, you belong to me, you know what I'm saying? And so he like really forced the process, and like I was just like, take me with me, I was just along for the ride, like, please just put me wherever you need me to be, I will do it, I want to be divorced, I want to be rid of this thing, you know what I'm saying? And then so he finally, I wore big billy clothes because that was the style. So he had no idea I was even pregnant, even though I was showing a little, you know what I'm saying? And then he was just like the most disgusting fuck. He like we met at a Starbucks, I think it was, and I had Slap wait outside because I was afraid because, and I don't know, like I chose the most public place I could think of, but I was still terrified. Anyway, so Slap was watching us outside, and I sat next to a window so he could purposefully see us, and um this man said to me, the Mustang looks good, it looks like you're taking care of it, and then I've been hoping you'd be asking again soon. And I was like, why would why wouldn't you just tell me? I would have just come immediately, you know what I'm saying, or made arrangements immediately. And he said, well, my girlfriend's really been, asking me to do this. And I was like, so your girlfriend's been asking you and you didn't just call me? Like that's what I was thinking. I was too afraid to say shit to him, you know what I'm saying? And then he finally was like, and she's got a little girl that I really want to adopt. And I was like, oh, here's the papers. You know what I'm saying? And like he was just trying really hard to like just tell me all about how great she is and how he knows that he fucked up with me, but he's better for it. Like he like, thanks for using me up, you fucking
Oh, thanks.
asshole.
I feel so much better about being abused now.
Right. Like he said that what we went through, what he put me through, you know what I'm saying, made him a better man. Bro, bro. I was
Yeah, I was always just the worst until I started beating my girlfriends. And now, look at me.
that was literally what he said. And it was horrifying, honestly. And finally he signed the papers, but he was just bragging the whole time about how he is so much better. And then he even had the nerve to ask me if I had been seeing anybody, and I was just like, I've been thinking about it, but I haven't been because we're still married and I don't want to get in trouble for that. That's what I said, because man, I fucked somebody like weeks after. You know what I'm saying? Like I did not give a single shit. You know what I'm saying? I needed out and I needed relief. You know what I'm saying? And then when I met Slappa became my everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I was already completely committed and wanting to leave and all this other shit when he finally decided, like, so I just lied to his fucking face. Slap had already made plans to propose to me. You know what I'm saying? They never let go until, all of that to say, guys, I know I'm so sorry, but all of that to say, y'all, is that they never let go until it benefits them. They will never let go. And they think it's fucking cute. Those podcasters, those red pill podcasters, they say, I will never let her go. There's a video of a dude saying, I'm never gonna sign them papers. I'm never gonna let her go. She's
Yep.
gonna stay with me forever. In an attempt that one day, somehow, whether she wants to or not, she will be here and she will be my wife. That's their mentality.
No, yeah, they'll have a whole other girlfriend for like 10 years and still not divorce the woman they married 15 years ago.
Exactly. Like it is so disgusting. And you know what's even more about that mentality is, what does that say about men that they just straight up, like, they are so, oh, I don't want to be blanket statements, but men like that, okay? they are so fucking worthless that they can't even tell you they want to leave. They can't even tell you that they want to leave. You know what I'm saying? They still make the woman do it for them. They still do. They want the woman to baby them. They want them to change their names, have their children clean up the fucking house, and also they want them to leave too.
And when they fuck up and their wife gets tired of them, they're like, no, you do it. I'm not signing nothing. I'm not filing divorce. You want to leave me?
Yes.
Then do it.
Yes, and that's exactly what that motherfucker told me too. He said do it, and I did. You know what I'm saying? And then he still wouldn't do it. Fucking asshole. I'm just like, ugh, that was hard for me. Like it was wild as fuck, right? But that story, I didn't realize how triggering it kind of low key was for me. That's crazy. I'm okay though, guys. Like, don't worry about me. I'm actually like in a really good headspace right now. But yeah, that shit crazy. Man, this girl thread.
Girl.
Girl. Oh my gosh. Also, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. I don't know what episode we're on, but 21. But it's been a great time. Like, it's just been so much fun doing this with y'all. I actually got my first bad comment, or maybe not a bad comment. It was just the first bit of feedback, but I don't really know if it's feedback, you know what I'm saying? And y'all tell me, like, I figure the commenter said um they obviously deleted it because like I don't know what all the whole thing said, but this commenter commented on two episodes ago, right? Here it is. It says, I'm really bummed. I loved your TikTok Reddit Rainbow stories, but the podcast is really hard to understand. I wish there was more organization and explanations, and it's really hard to follow and figure. But then they deleted the comment or something. I'm not sure. I can't see the rest of it. I wanted to apologize, you know what I'm saying? But like also, I feel like if it is hard, I would love it if y'all would let me know, you know?
It's my fault. I'm the chaos.
He is a very controlled chaos. I'm the like fiery chaos that takes the bait all the time.
Nah, you work way too hard on these Reddit rainbows, and you make it very organized, and you let people read along with you. So I understand why people might uh have a little shock going from that to this. It's definitely a lot more chaotic.
I also kind of like the way we go into offshoots. I don't know, like in my brain that helps me pay attention more. You know what I'm saying? Is like I love the offshoots of the conversation because it's like a broadened perspective of different and like applied to different areas. You know what I'm saying? And like I don't know, and also whenever I used to do my The More You Know series, I know that if I would change it every like quarter, like it's like 3 minutes or something, like every like 45 seconds, like if I kind of changed the subject a little, I'd get more engagement because people are still with me, like what that bitch gonna say next, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then I somehow take all of that seemingly random information, and then I am able to make a pinpoint, you know what I'm saying, with deep thoughts of information and ripple effects from where you saw me come from, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I read like that. And I do apologize if that's kind of hard to follow, but that is my method. And whether I mean to or not, you know what I'm saying? It does seem to work out a lot. Like I told you guys like a long time ago, like several episodes ago, that my brain is always plotting moves that I don't even know. And then like I kind of feel like I get lost in the sauce. And then I find my way back and realize that everything that I just said, that fucking word salad, actually did make sense to what I was trying to convey. And I don't know. I just wanted to say I apologize to this commenter, and but I also hope you know that I still do the Reddit Rainbow. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not going anywhere. It's still on TikTok, and if this isn't it for you, you can't please everybody. I'm still happy that you were here trying anyway, and we'll try and do a little better. But for everybody else, though, I hope you just let me know if it is hard. Y'all just let us know, okay?
Random chaos.
I like
I
random
like
chaos.
listening to you ramble.
And like, I mean, I feel like I don't know. Like, I feel like on my TikTok, I even have in the tagline that it's chaos. Like, people like don't really know what's gonna come from my mouth. Like, what the fuck is gonna tumble out of my goddamn face? You know what I'm saying? And I've always been like that. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe my feelings are a little hurt, but at the end of the day, like they're not. Because they're just telling me, and I'd rather they tell me than me just be out here babbling. So I don't know. Anyway. All right, so slapper's choice.
Am I the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend over the Barbie movie? I thought this was a nice
Oh
little current
man.
event.
Oh man, I actually posted a video of some of those responses of like the fragility, the male
I
fragility.
can't believe people are watching Barbie.
All
I'm
right.
dressed like Ken just to prove a point right now.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking Ben
I
Shapiro's dumbass.
know. Man, it is so crazy to me how people was exploding. And baby, that video went pretty good too. It has
Oh,
like over
yeah.
10,000
I
views on
guess
it.
if you're like a manly man and you care about the Barbie movie, you're pretty sus. I don't know, dude. Uh like if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. And if you're gonna watch it, just fucking watch it.
Don't
Who
tell me
cares?
what I can and can't watch.
You're
I
right.
mean,
My bad.
you
You're right. I got
I couldn't even figure out how to fucking word that.
I got banned from my next door neighbor's house because that was my sister's best friend, and they would go over there and play Barbies. She had like all the Barbies, and I would go over there and
Ooh.
play Barbie with them. And
Aw.
her mom did not like that at all.
What?
She was like, "He's a boy. He can't play Barbie. He can't come over here
Oh
anymore."
my
Yeah, I
gosh.
cried about that.
Oh baby. Meow.
Right. It was a sad day.
Dang, that's crazy, baby. Dang.
That's okay.
That's okay. That's okay. We gonna be better than them. My mom tries pulling that shit on me. I'm like, why? I know, like, don't we always, we're always just like, tell me why. Tell me three good reasons that you can never do it. And I'm like, so what have we learned? But anyway, all right, go ahead, baby. Slap his choice.
Am I 23 female the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend 23 male over the Barbie movie?
Let's jump in.
I literally don't know what to do right now, and I feel so helpless turning to Reddit for advice and validation. But 3 days ago, my boyfriend and I went to go see the Barbie movie. I've been really excited as I'm a huge Greta Gerwig fan, and my boyfriend liked Ryan Reynolds. Other than him being
They
in the
always love
movie,
Ryan
I'm just like,
Reynolds.
I, on the other hand, was aware of its feminist themes and was secretly hoping my boyfriend would get the message. Oh no.
This person, at least they tried. At
Okay, I
least
did
they
I only
tried.
read the title on this, so I didn't know there was like this much going. You should have just left him in the first place. Like, holy you got to go watch a movie and hope your boyfriend understands women are people too. Like,
Dang. Ooh, I have let me put a pin in it. Go ahead, go ahead.
over the duration of the movie, I could tell he was getting more and more uncomfortable and upset, and I was getting really sad. Barbie and Ken. Oh, like, bro.
Oh
I
my
wonder
god.
how many people walked out of this movie because it's like
Oh my
feminist.
gosh, I bet you a lot.
I
I bet
remember.
you it was like the same level as like Deadpool. Because remember, everybody didn't heed the fucking warning. That was so obvious. They were
I
so,
can't believe they did this
so
in a comic
upfront.
book movie.
Right.
How could they?
They were so upfront about Deadpool. They
Have you
were
ever
just
walked out of
like,
a movie?
have I?
Yeah,
No.
I
I paid
did.
too much money to be
Right.
here.
So
It's either be in here with this shady movie and this tub of popcorn or be outside melting.
okay,
Melting.
I can't remember what movie it was. It might have been Twilight. I don't know. But my dad's super religious, and when we were younger, we used to go to my great uncle's church. And there was like a youth group we were always going to, and they decided to go see Twilight or something, some movie like that. Really,
What? Your
like,
uber religious family.
Yeah, like really low stakes, not religious movie. They went to it, and
Wait,
when
is this
like
the uncle that makes like scones and shit?
no,
Nah, a
no,
different
he's
one.
great
All right.
uncle, like old
Oh,
passed
oh,
away uncle.
fuck.
Yeah. But Uncle Bill, he was cool. He's probably the coolest religious old man I ever met. He was chill. But his wife, um, she always had candy though.
Oh
But
my
we went to
god.
they picked this movie out. The whole youth group went, and when like someone started kissing or something, they all got up and left. And I was like, oh, I guess we're leaving. Like I was fine. It's fucking kissing or whatever. It was like something so stupid. I was like, I guess I came here with them. I guess I gotta leave. Like that's the only time I've walked out of a movie. And it was like what do you it's like designed outrage. Like they literally went to this movie on purpose to walk out, I think.
Do you think so, or do you think somebody finessed them?
No, I really think they
No,
like
no,
the
no, no, no. Listen. What if somebody really finessed them though? Because you said your dad came from Mormons,
yeah.
right? Who's Mormon? Stephanie Mayer.
Ooh, but it wasn't a
Ooh.
Mormon. They were like hella super evangelistic
But it
Christian.
doesn't matter. They could, but maybe they had some sort of respect or whatever for them, and they were like, "Oh, well, Mormons made it. How bad could it
No, you're
be?"
probably
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
No, I really do think that the youth leader like chose to take all of them to this movie to like stage a walkout and like make people realize people don't like this or
Oh
something.
my
Like I don't know, just
gosh.
dumb shit like that. They used to pull little stunts like that. That's
That's
that kind of religious people.
crazy. That's wild.
Okay. I was getting really sad both from the movie and his reaction. And I knew he is the movie sad? I haven't seen or heard anything about the actual plot of it yet. She was getting sad from it. I don't know.
I heard it's got real big feels for mother daughters and
Ooh.
sisters and shit like that. So, I hope to see that sometime in the near future.
No, I'm not seeing that feminist garbage.
Right, or we're gonna yo ho that shit anyway. Anyway, no, I'd
Uh
like to go. I'd like to actually experience it. To be honest
okay.
with you, maybe I'll take my big sis.
Take your daughter and son.
No, I'll
Oh.
take my sister and my daughter
Oh,
because no,
that little
listen,
boy can't
because
see
our
Barbie.
darling, no, and that's not the reason why. I'm going to be very honest and draw a parent boundary. I don't want to chase my beautiful ADHD son around a goddamn movie theater. Okay, thanks. I said what I said. Okay,
That's fine.
you take them. You know what? That actually would be
We'll go
so
see
cute.
the monster truck movie.
You know
How
what?
about that?
You know what? If I think it'd be really adorable if you did take him, just you us boys. Do it. Do it,
I
daddy
knew we
son
would
time.
end up having a conversation about it afterwards. He didn't talk to me until we got in the car. He then told me that he was really offended by the movie and said that it was the kind of thing I should have watched with my girlfriends and not calm your tits.
No. No. Oh man, I'm sorry. That was funny though because neither one of us wants to chase that kid around. But all right, go ahead.
I understood where he was coming from, but I'm not going to even start explaining why I disagreed. That's why you're in this predicament, honestly. Like, you got to just tell him he's being a piece of shit and you should leave him if he doesn't want to talk about it. Fuck that. We have been having problems with his weird comments about women, the LGBTQ community, and other stuff. He would deem it bitch shit. Maybe it was a long time coming, but this was the straw that broke the camel's back. I was tired of always having to deal with his attitude and disrespect, and was also maybe on this girl power high. So I told him it's over. Hell yeah, Barbie
You know
movie.
what?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
That's what I like.
Ah.
If you want to break up with your dude, go to the Barbie movie and then do it.
Oh my
It gives
gosh.
you a shot of girl
Oh
power.
my gosh. You know the TikToker, the
Who?
dump his ass.
Oh
Like
yeah,
they broke up with their husband.
that's okay.
He dumped his ass. And then he said he dumped me too. And I was like, oh baby. But that's pretty lit though. Girl power. I was on a girl power high. Fuck yes. I'm so excited. Don't make me. I will go find my sister and drag her dumb ass
Listen,
out
just don't
here.
leave me after you see that movie.
You know what? You couldn't listen.
I
You're
promise,
so deep.
whatever Kin has that I don't, I could be more like him.
Okay,
Okay, I could chop
listen.
this off.
Please don't do that. I make great use of anyway, but no, I'm just saying that you think that you can escape this? You think you have choices like that? This pretty funny, my dude. This
Sounded pretty misogynist over there.
no, you think you can leave this?
Wow, help.
Yeah.
Help.
No. You belong to me. No, I'm kidding. But no, seriously, I would never. Because I believe that you would understand. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
I don't know,
100%
man.
certain you understand actually.
Do we live in a Barbie world? Is it plastic?
It's
Fantastic?
fantastic though. I
Is
mean,
it
like,
though? I don't know if I'd understand that world.
listen. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Finish this damn story.
Wow, you're telling me to finish a story?
I
Who
know.
are you?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
The complicated part is this. He lived with me. He has been in between serving jobs, and since he was my freaking boyfriend, I let him move in with me 6 months ago. Living with him is a whole other story, but I couldn't take it anymore
is
and
this a
had him
case
leave
of
my
it's
apartment
not
the next
about
day.
the Iranian yogurt? Like,
Yeah,
it
like
sounds like that this was just
the writing was on the wall. Barbie just put some color on it.
Barbie phone calling. She said it's time to go, bro.
I stayed at my friend's house while he packed his stuff up. He said he understood and he didn't want to live with me another second anyways.
So get the
Okay.
fuck out then. Like, you don't have to you don't have to announce
Say
that you're
on
leaving.
airport.
Is this
Alright.
a fucking airport? Hit the fuck to step in, my dude.
I assumed he had a place to go, but apparently he didn't. His brother called me a few hours ago saying he is missing in action. His friends are blowing up my phone saying the same thing. I feel like this is all my fault. No. No one has heard from him in 24 hours. I did think it was weird when I came home and all the food in the fridge was gone. All the batteries in our electronics drawer were gone. He took my phone charger and half the blankets. I now know he did not, in fact, have anywhere to go or a car. He had been using mine since his engine busted last month. The worst part is we
engine
still
busted. I'm sorry.
it
I'm
busted.
sorry. It was
Bust.
busted.
Okay. The worst part is we still have his location and it's saying he's 2 states away. I don't know how he got there. I can't believe this is all because of a freaking Barbie movie. I mean, it's definitely not just because of the Barbie movie. But I'm glad you watched the Barbie movie with your boyfriend.
Oh my god, there's an edit. I didn't know there was an edit.
There's an update.
Hey, let's
right.
go.
Hi, everyone. I know everyone says this, but I really didn't expect this to blow up. I'm a little embarrassed, but in light of everything I've learned over the past 24 hours, I'm once again oversharing on Reddit. We appreciate your service.
Also, whenever you sometimes, like the first time I went viral, I always say I started and it was like I couldn't stop until I was done. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like she had a lot to say, bro.
Before anything else, I wrote that post in a frenzy of panic and guilt. With a clearer head, I can recognize that yes, we broke up because we're incompatible and I was at my limit, not because of the movie. Some people were saying I maybe needed the Barbie movie more than he did since I was clearly dating a bigot. And to that, I agree. I was convinced I loved him, but I think I just didn't really understand my value or feel deserving of someone better.
That's actually pretty amazing.
It really is. Good job. Good for you. I've learned my lesson. And as a woman of color, oh no.
Girl.
Girl.
The post bleeds over. We're still screaming girl. Legend says that they're still saying
Legend says they're still saying girl. Well, I've been cheated on before, but I usually find out and then we break up. Since I found out about my ex's cheating after I broke up with them, I'm not exactly torn up about it. I feel like I skipped the questioning and the sadness and went straight to the over it part.
So wait, so he was cheating before she broke up with him in the first
And
place?
apparently that whoever he was cheating with didn't want him there either.
Yeah, dang. Why he had to steal all the blankets
All the
though?
batteries too.
Bro, you know what though? I mean, she didn't change the locks. I mean, good for him, I guess. If he
If
needed it,
he really needed it that bad, okay, bro.
yeah,
Whatever.
he could have
Good riddance.
he could have just been a better person and he wouldn't have been out on the streets. But that also makes me just realize once again that a racist always hurts themselves in order to hurt someone else. He refused to just acknowledge and let people be and just let femme presenting people like NBs anybody just fucking exist. Again, I haven't seen the movie, don't tell me anything at this point. Y'all will know. But no, seriously, like all he had to do was just fucking
I mean, that's really all
or
a bigot
even
is.
just shut the fuck up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He could have just internalized that. Like, I mean, until he could secure his own place to stay and then go back to doing whatever. But these people aren't fucking smart. They don't know how to calculate and plan moves. Like, god dang, what an
And that's
idiot.
all a bigot is just someone who can't stay the fuck out of other people's business, really. But since I have everyone's attention, I'm just gonna put him on blast right now. I can confidently say his beliefs were the worst part about him, and I'm not extremely surprised that he didn't respect me enough to be loyal. But the way I found out was actually kind of funny. His brother has been keeping me semi updated on the missing kin situation, but I haven't really been asking any questions other than how he and his family are doing. They're not mad at me as they're aware of the situation. His brother even thanked me for taking care of him as long as I did. What the fuck?
Ugh, always forever using women. And now that we know it's a woman of color, even just using
And the whole
us to get a
family was
leg
like,
up.
bro,
Using us for our emotional like labor to like anyway.
he texted me this morning around 9 saying we don't need to worry about it anymore because he's at their cousins in Colorado. And then around 12 in the afternoon, I got multiple calls from a friend of his saying he heard from my ex. This friend sucks so much, I'm not even going to get into it. I supremely regret giving him my number. He was obviously under the influence of some sort, and he's telling me stuff like, he's literally so much happier now that you let him go. And he just felt bad for me and that I was charity work. And then he said, now he can be with his main for real. His name getting some real pussy now. I asked him to clarify, and he gave me that, oh shit, laughing guy thing they do when they say something they weren't supposed to. Then he said, fuck me, and hung up.
Bro, and that's also just a largely just racist thing is like they'll get it's at this point I really believe it's like they not okay, I'm trying to like okay. Why it's like very weird to me how they think that women of color or people of color are less than, but they always want to fuck us. You know what I'm saying? I will never understand that mentality. I would not want my most intimate parts touching something I thought was less than human. You know what I'm
Right. If I
saying?
truly thought someone like was disgusting and gross and beneath me, why would I be around them?
Right. Or why would I want to be intimate with them? Is it just because to say I could? Or is it even worse that it's literally just calculation? Like, you know how they don't calculate the way you do but they do calculate in other ways. You know what I'm saying? What if it's just a sort of situation like I get to say all these things because she's black, you know what I'm saying? Or a person of color, you know what I'm saying? Like just for an ironclad always got a gotcha like in the back, you know?
Yeah. Like
But
the
even still like it's just so like even the ones like to I think To Kill a Mockingbird I think is the book. There's like a really graphic scene at the beginning of that book, and it haunts me that these And if that's not the right book, obviously, like, let me know. But, like, you know what I'm saying? They, why would you abuse somebody to that degree, and steal everything, like, from their bodily autonomy? You know what I'm saying? If you hate them so much, I just don't get that. And I'm sorry guys, I need to drink some water, but, like, it is just really shocking to me how these people even stomach it. It's like they want to torture themselves, you know what I'm saying? Or is it just for shits and giggles? Like, I want I have, like, a sick need to know why, but I know it's not strong enough to find out. You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, keep going. I'm sorry.
The craziest part that's been getting to me is that he's definitely at his cousin's house. His brother confirmed. I think I'm going crazy because I've seen his cousin on his Insta feed and she's literally stunning. He said she's his second cousin, and I don't really know how related they are. If this is real, I can't even comprehend what that means. Maybe it's not real. I don't know, but I think it's the perfect ending to this story. I'm not going to update anymore after this because I feel like I'm already going to regret this update. But final notes, he must have taken all his stuff from my house out of spite. I found out he took the batteries from the remotes and my blow dryer too. I don't know how he got to his cousin's house. I didn't ask, or what happened to my Dyson Airwrap, but maybe his cousin slash girlfriend is using it now. In the spirit of Barbie, she can have it. And yes, I know I said Ryan Reynolds when it was Ryan Gosling. Like that one comment said, facial blindness is real. That's all.
Damn. Oh man, I figured that he made some sort of, like, appearance. God dang. All right. Yo, that was pretty crazy though. And also, can we roll back? Does this mean that his friend thinks, or his friend says, that he's been fucking his cousin basically? Or has he been saying that that's not his cousin and that's he's
He's
been
only my
fucking
second
her?
cousin, bro.
Like, I want to know because, like, unless the brother's lying to her and that's not actually their cousin, but she goes on to say that she's seen this person before and they're really beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I got real confused. Is he fucking his cousin because of so? And then I understood, but if not, then I don't really understand. What did that mean to you?
I mean, yeah, that seems like going on, but I mean, I wouldn't put it past someone like him anyway. So
But dang, I want to hear y'all's thoughts in the live react, honestly, in the Discord. Join the Discord. And remember, we're trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers on TikTok. We're trying to hang out with our buddies, okay? Hang out with us. Go on, join the Discord. Join the Discord. Show me your pets. Tell me your weird stories. Tell me about your day. I love reading all that stuff. I've been lurking a lot lately. I haven't been as active on it just because I've just been kind of going through a lot in my brain, but I'm finally getting out of it, thankfully. And I'm happy to be here and hang out with you guys. And I really think it's honestly, like, just talking about something other than relationships and the Reddit rainbow has really kind of ignited a little bit of it. But I'm so glad though, because I really love doing this. I can't even tell y'all how much I do. Anyway, so OP should celebrate with a barbecue. Get it?
stop. Do not read all these Barbie puns, please. No.
Did not see that
Uh,
coming. What a conundrum.
Stop.
Okay, come on, come on, come on. But make sure to put up some barbed wire so uninvited guests don't show up. Okay, that wasn't as good. Okay. Oh, and this one says stole your Dyson, so he really is totally hair can. Well, and then I was going to say though, like, you don't know how he got there. I mean, he either sold all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Or whoever he's fucking now got him out there. Oh, what if he's a sugarer? He's probably sugaring now, but he doesn't want to call it sugaring. I don't know why. Like, I
I ain't
mean,
got no money.
No, I'm saying like maybe he sugared his way there, like he was giving it up to make his way there.
Uh, no,
Nah.
no.
Ooh, or so what do you think? He had to have sold the shit then. Because of Dyson alone, that's probably
Yeah,
going to
that's
get you a pretty
expensive,
good
but
buck on
he
Facebook
probably just pawned
Marketplace.
it just to like take a bus to Colorado or whatever. You know what I mean?
I guess I don't know how much a bus ticket is.
Like 100 something. I mean, that's what it was years ago. I don't know now. Jesus.
Well,
I
let me
would not pay
see.
more than 100 some dollars to go to Colorado on a bus.
I wonder how much it is to hold on. So so we live in Dallas, Texas. Texas bus tickets to Louisiana. And
You want to
what? It says it's like $32.
you want to take the bus to Louisiana?
Hell nah. I would
Okay.
beat everybody there. I would leave them in the dust. Bro, no, absolutely not. And plus, I've been driving to Louisiana since I was like alive. And then like I've been driving to Louisiana like myself since I was 17, I think. I've been driving since I was 11. And well, I mean, I started steering when I was 9. You know what I'm saying? I started driving when I was 11, and when I was 17 is when they trusted me to drive to Shreveport. So, but it says this is $32 actually. I didn't realize how cheap it was to ride a bus. You
I
did.
mean, it's only like $30 in gas
Well, that's what I was
for
gonna
both
say.
of
Like,
us.
wouldn't it be like more in gas? I would figure it would be more expensive because of the gas. You know what I'm saying?
Well, for the bus,
Yeah.
I think it should be cheap. Like, if it's only $30 for us to take the car for both of us, that would be $30 a ticket. So that's $60 for both of us to go to Louisiana instead
I
of
suppose you're right.
the 30 we're paying now.
And you're like immobile while you're there. You don't
Right, and
have a
you're just
car.
stuck on a fucking
Yeah.
bus with those
And
uncomfortable
besides,
seats.
man, I think we hit the trip like we left at 7, like 40, like about 8:18 ish. We were there by like 11. Like it's but like no. Like we left at like 8 and we were here by 12:30. No, I don't know. I don't remember, but it I think I could probably look at the timestamps, but I'm pretty sure it was only like 2.5 hours, and it's like a whole 3-hour trip. Hold on, now I'm interested. Hold on, let me find out. Let me find out. Ooh, I'm about to order that rainbow hair. Okay, so she said, "Damn, y'all be moving." At 11:27, I told her that I was a big toasty cinnamon bun like the Homer Simpson gif, and we left. No, we were in Canton by 9:55, but we had left at like 8:18. Like I'm pretty sure I specifically remember that. So that's pretty damn good that we were already in the house and settled, and I was sitting right here by 11:27. That's pretty crazy. Anyway, I don't remember why I got on this, but yeah, bus tickets are a lot cheaper if you needed some public transportation and needed to make a quick buck. I guess that's what that started. Oh yeah, because how did he get there? He pawned all that shit and or sold it on Facebook Marketplace and
Oh
got
yeah.
himself there. That's why. Okay, cool. Anyway, yeah. See, I told you guys I got method. Anyway,
All right, get to this crazy ass story.
all right, yeah, this one's a doozy. All right, so the last one is called Husband Accused Me of Financial Infidelity. And apparently, this is all the updates. I low key saw this on a poster, which is APWSTR, I think. And I just saw the first part in passing like a couple weeks ago. And I was like, dang, that shit crazy. But I hope she realizes, she doing a lot to be jumping through these kind of hoops. You know what I'm saying? But, I just went about my business. I did not know there were so many updates. All right. So, husband, 33 male, and 33 female, have been married for 10 years, together since college. Since starting out, we have made financial security a priority and have been able to achieve that, albeit with some good luck along the way. We both have good jobs, paying close to 200,000 each. I wish. Student loans paid off within a few years. Both went to state school with some scholarships, so didn't have a lot of debt to begin with. We live in a house I inherited from my grandmother, so no mortgage, and don't have any credit card debt. We max out our 401ks and currently have 18 months of expenses in our emergency funds and are still adding to it. Man, could you imagine being so blessed? You know what I'm saying? Our cars are both paid off and should be good for another 5+ years, and we don't have any credit card debt. We still manage our finances in a hybrid manner, joint accounts for bills and savings, and separate for our fund money, which we both each which we each get a pretty generous monthly allotment. The fund money is strictly for our individual expenses, our hobbies, clothes, outings with friends, and not for things like date nights, vacations, or larger joint purchases like household appliances and repairs. We also agreed that if either of us gets any bonuses or has any side hustle, that those will go into our individual fund money accounts, unless the funds are needed for a larger expense, such as home repair. In terms of the fund money, my husband is much more of a spender than I am due to his expensive hobbies, in particular golf. Okay. And collecting sports memorabilia. And he's also more into designer clothes, which is fine. It's his fun money. I, on the other hand, my hobbies are a lot less expensive, meaning running, working out, reading, baking. In general, I'm more introverted and a great time for me is tea with a friend at one of our homes with homemade pastries. Oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun. Have you ever done that? Like ever like gone to your friend's house and did that?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I've never gone and made pastries.
Well, I don't know. Like, I never know what to expect when you tell me about your childhood. I just love that I still learn shit about you every day. But anyway, I have though. She was from Brazil, but she had an English accent because it was like British colonies, and she used to train bears, and she used to tell me stories about it over tea and like croissants. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, I miss her. All right, and then it says, um, I've also been getting back into gaming lately after setting it aside for much of the past decade while building my career. After realizing I had more than enough money in my fund account, I decided to overhaul my gaming setup and got myself a new PC desk, a gaming chair. Total cost about 5K. Dang, nice.
That's a nice computer.
Right. Shoot. I think ours each were two one thousand, 1,000
Yeah, around
each.
there.
And our chairs, mine was more expensive than yours, and it wasn't even the right color, you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know, I think mine was like 80, 100. My one upstairs, which has all the gadgets and gadgets and shit, it was like $200. How much was your chair?
Like 60.
Oh dang. Yeah, like gosh, like what the fuck? I bet you she's like, what's that movie? Grandma's Boy, where it's like the fucking huge
That's a
setup.
nice setup.
That's a setup. Ooh, remember we found that on Amazon? We saw like a setup that was just like that, and it was like an arm. I sent that to my cousin and I told her to buy it for her or to make her husband buy it. I hope he does. They could afford it if he really wanted it. All right. And then, however, after hearing about my purchase, my husband is furious. He says he had no idea I had so much money saved and that I should have consulted him more than before spending $5,000. Okay, but y'all make 200,000 a year though. Like,
Right.
I'm just kind of like 5,000 shouldn't be a lot to y'all, but I guess compared to her hobbies, and his hobbies, maybe,
I mean, no, because they don't have a mortgage. They don't have car payments. They don't have school loans. Like they literally pay nothing they just pay utilities and food and then save a fuck
Yeah,
ton
I
of
guess
money.
you're so
Like
right.
this isn't a non-issue at all for someone living like this. That's crazy. This is like dream financial situation for anybody.
Right, like it's like whatever, but like it is a little concerning though, like how much money does he have? How much money does he make? All right. All right, and then I asked what difference would it make if it was my own money accrued, not our joint funds. And he said he insisted that my accumulating this amount without telling him was a form of financial infidelity. I fucking, what did I say? He must be spending a lot.
Yeah, he buys designer clothes
Yeah, I
and
suppose you're
sports
right. Oh, you know
memorabilia.
what? You are right. I suppose you're right. And then because like I mean shoes alone can get up to $1,000. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So maybe he says he lost trust in me and doesn't know what else I might be hiding. Coins? I don't know what the fuck. He's demanding that I return the items I purchased and deposit most of my money into our joint account.
Hell
Nah.
no. Fuck you,
What if
bro.
he's been dipping into the joint account too?
Ooh, you might be right with that
Ooh,
one.
but he wants to make a new rule that fund money accounts can't accumulate more than 2,000 and that any excess goes back to the joint account, a rule that would obviously favor him as the person who spends the most of his allotment each month instead of saving up for something bigger. I feel like I feel like I'm being punished for being more of a day-to-day saver than spender. It wouldn't occur to me to demand to know how much my husband has in his fund money account or try to micromanage what he spends it on. I wasn't hiding anything deliberately. He never asked about it until after I bought it. Still, maybe I should have been more transparent. Am I the asshole?
It's kind of odd that he didn't even know that she was planning to buy a whole new computer and get back into
It sounds like
gaming.
they're just low key kind of like
Yeah,
roommates.
they're just roommates, and
Roommates that make a lot of money.
he spends all his money, and so he's stressing about how much is in the joint account, and she does not spend money, so
Mm,
she's just living her best life.
yeah, because she's dang.
But he didn't even like don't even care enough to ask what she's up to, and she
Right.
didn't care enough to be excited and tell him that she's planning on buying this new
Right,
computer.
right. Like, oh man, when we were making plans, I was so excited. Like, you know what I'm saying, to talk about our matching little setups. You know what I'm saying? Like, I,
Right. If we had that kind of money and you were like, I'm gonna buy a whole new gaming rig, I'm be like, what? Let's remodel the fucking
oh my gosh. Like my dream like gaming setup honestly is where like it's almost like okay, so like it's like think of a square, you know what I'm saying? And there's like desks along all the walls except where the door is. Like the door is ideally in the middle, which is essentially how ours no no. No. Okay. So okay, think of a what am I trying to say? So a four room, four walls on the room. God damn it. Okay. But like there's a door opening, right? There's an opening where the in between the desks. So it's like it's all around us and our setups are like over here. Our like paraphernalia and all our cool stuff is over there, which is like the wall essentially, and we enter up here. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
so
So we would have rolly chairs and we'd be able to roll back and forth in
so when
this.
you walk in, it's just like corner desks.
Yeah, I guess
Or
like there's a desk over here, there's a desk over there,
okay.
and then we meet in the middle, we make out sometimes, and then we
Oh
eat
yeah.
snacks like on the
My
desks.
my
Like it's like a
dream
whole
gaming
cubicle
setup
situation.
is that one from what's that movie? Blank Check. Remember that movie?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And that dude had the giant theater sized screen,
You
and he had
crazy, bro.
that like bean bag floaty
Oh,
thing
you
that pulled
crazy,
up into the
bro.
seal. Yeah, that's my dream. So that'd
You
be cool as
mad crazy,
fuck.
bro. Man, all I want is just to be cozy to with you. That's it. And just like sometimes I'll just like slide back and just like give you a peck on the cheek while you're being a nerd on WoW or something. I don't know. That's like a dream setup to me. It's not even anything special. I just want us to be able to be together. Like we're facing each other.
It'll be next to each
I want to
other.
be like next to each other.
Oh, oh, oh.
Anyway, I don't know if that made any sense. And if you want to cut that or whatever, honey, you please do because I like rambled. Anyway, miscellaneous info. Husband and I have each have our own office hobby room in the house. So it's not like the gaming setup was going in a space he uses. I don't usually game when my husband is home unless he's already busy doing something else. My biggest block of gaming time is usually when he's playing golf. I also run 40 to 50 miles a week. Jesus.
God damn, who
So,
is this woman?
right. So it's not
Be our
like,
sugar mama.
right. So it's not like I'm generally sedentary. I can't think of a good reason why he would object to me gaming or having a nice gaming setup in my own space. I actually am some relevant comments. I actually have a lot more than 5K saved. Oh, the OP responds. We have had this arrangement for a few years, and I typically spend about 500 of my allotted 15 a month, maybe a bit more some months if I need to replace my running shoes or buy other clothes or have outings with my friend like concerts. But yeah, that's it. What does he actually contribute to the household? Although our incomes are about equal, I work shorter hours at home with occasional in office days, and he works long hours in the office plus an hour of commuting every day. Perhaps, perhaps because I'm home all the time, having a very tidy home and fresh cooked meals is a priority for me. I primarily do these things for me and not even for him, even though he benefits. I'd still have to cook and clean if I were living in the house by myself, unless I wanted to hire someone. But I don't, as I genuinely enjoy cooking and housework. We do have breakfast together most days, unless he leaves early, dinner most days, and weekend activity time. And I realize I haven't emphasized the positive in this thread because I've been really upset. But other than that, when I say you open the top and everything starts coming the fuck out and you just can't stop, right? Anyway, but other than that, he's been a great partner and a husband. It sounds like he's your fucking roommate, babe.
Except for him not knowing anything about you,
Right.
spending 5,000 on a
Right. And him
computer, or
being
you're
upset and
even
like,
getting a computer, regardless of the price.
and like obviously it seems like a shock to him that you even game.
Yeah, like,
You
what are you
know?
doing? What?
Like, what's that? Oh, that's pretty cool looking. What's that? I didn't know you were into that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of how that conversation might have started. And then it escalated when he realized how expensive all that shit was. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so people are confused on how much money they have. So original OP elaborates. Together in our joint, we have 250 and retirement approaching the 7-figure mark. So almost a million.
Yeah, I
Could
saw
he
that
be
somewhere.
hiding a debt gambling addiction? Ooh, I've seen that before. That's how most of these infidelity, like these money stories, begin anyway, is that they have a lot of money and then suddenly start being weird about money, is usually because they have a gambling addiction. I'm just saying that's the usual prognosis. I manage all our bank accounts and check them daily. So I love how she's like still doing broke people shit while being not a broke person, because
I also love how she does all the cooking and the cleaning and manages
all the
all the
money
money.
like
Like, what does he contribute
right,
actually?
right. And then so he admits he's not great with money and would spend more without this budget. Wow. In the am I the asshole, there is no overall vote indicating if the OP is the asshole, but the majority, why'd they write that way? The majority of the votes were not the asshole, you fucking idiot. Anyway, I'm sorry, that was mean. That was harsh. I'm on my red wars. I've been like kind of quipping lately. All right, so here's the update that was posted on July 11th. When was the first one posted? Hold on. So the third. So now we're on July 11th, 8 days later. Here's the too long didn't read. We you know everything we just went through. Basically, they have a lot of money anyway. Here's the update. My husband finally calmed down enough to have a conversation with me. As many others who provided comments suggested, it really wasn't about money, but a larger window into issues into our relationship. Essentially, my husband has been feeling increasingly unhappy with me for a while for the following reasons. In general, he feels like he's committed a lot more to his career development than I am to mine. That is not where I thought that was going at all. It's true that although we currently have about the same income. What? So y'all make the same amount of money, but he says that. And y'all aren't making like little amounts of money. Like I'm real
Right. This
confused.
is, I don't, it seems like they only got together because they both care about money. Like that's the basis of the
Yeah,
relationship.
because at the beginning they said that it was like their priority, so they were both
That's so
focused on
weird.
hella saving. But then he's a big spender. I don't know. That's weird.
Right.
Anyway, but so we have about the same income. The ceiling for his field, finance, is a lot higher than mine, which is software development. How did he not think that you would get high tech equipment if you were a does he? It really does sound like he doesn't know her. Anyway, he's currently in an executive training program, and I'm decidedly not. He's feeling resentful that he has to work long hours in a high
Has
pressure
to.
environment. Bro, I mean, if you don't want to do that anymore, just don't fucking do it
Right.
anymore.
You're set. You're
Yeah,
good. You don't have
you
to do
don't
that.
know he's not because he doesn't know how to budget. He'd be broke within a moments. You know what I'm saying? And he's been hanging out with these high dollar people too. I bet you he's just
He's
trying to
trying to
kid.
get up there. He's trying to
Yeah,
schmooze
yeah,
them and make it seem
yeah.
like
Yeah, ooh. While I get to work primarily at home doing something that's fun and fairly easy for me, and I'm not stretching myself to do more, he's concerned that over time these resentments are going to build and that I'm going to end up not pulling my weight financially if he takes huge leaps in his career and I don't. I'm again a little confused, but
okay.
okay. Especially because you got all bitch hurt. Like he's like bitch made enough. I said bitch hurt. He's bitch made enough that you got pissed. He got pissed at you because you were able to afford something so extravagant.
How dare you save up? You're not gonna pull your weight financially. Like,
Right. Like obviously I'm pulling bigger numbers than you, my dude. Like what the fuck anyway. He's noticed um I've been ever since I've gotten into gaming, I've been putting less effort into cooking. It's true that I've been fixing simpler meals, things like grilled chicken salad. That's good though, or chili with cornbread. That's good too though. Instead of elaborate meals with fussier foods and several sides. He's also noticed that I haven't been doing the elaborate table
my
settings.
gosh.
Wow. I used to with the flowers and fancy placements. Honestly, I didn't realize how much he even noticed or cared, but apparently he does. Also, he like really cares that she put a lot of effort into serving him.
Yeah.
I like feel like this mentality is all right. Have you seen, Fantastic Mr. Fox when Mrs. Fox suspects Foxy of doing things? She was like, if what I think is happening, it better not be. It better not be a fucking red pill moment. Okay, listen. All right. So he noticed the flower arrangements and shit. Anyway, I honestly didn't know he cared, but apparently he does. Acts of service are one of his main love languages, so overall he feels neglected because of this. Isn't there something about love languages? It's like,
Okay.
aren't you supposed
I
to?
feel
That's
like there's
your
like
love
yeah, there's
language.
like a misunderstanding on like when you say my love language is this, it's what you do to show you love somebody. So if
Yeah,
your love language is act of service, it means you love doing stuff for people that you love, not
right,
you love when people do stuff for you.
right. Ooh, and you know what's worse is what if I really hope that he didn't set her up like that, like purposefully lead her wrong. But I mean, there's so many people these out there that make that common mistake. So, all right. Anyway, so he feels neglected because he doesn't understand love languages, and then he also feels I'm not putting enough apparent effort into my appearance. This better not be going where I think it's going. Not in terms of weight and body, because I'm a long distance runner, I'm very slim, but in terms of things like clothes, hair. It's true I've never paid much attention to these things given that I work at home and such. The tech, given that I work at home in tech, the standard for appearances is extremely low, and I far exceed that. I tend to buy simple, practical clothes at places like Target and Wally World, don't wear much makeup, and keep my hair in a simple ponytail.
She's just like
Yo, if I wish I want you to buy and wear more leggings because you always look so damn comfy in them hoes, bro. Anyway, but I do glam up a lot more for date nights and dressy occasions, but most days he comes home from work to find me in a t-shirt and yoga pants with no makeup, and he wants me to make more of an effort. She also included a picture of the outfit, and I'll whenever you get here in the Discord, let me know so that I can just fire it up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's this is how most people dress like daily. Like she
Literally t-shirt and
yeah, like
like
I mean,
chill,
I
comfy
literally
chill.
look like that every single day. Like and I don't know, I feel really pretty in that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel pretty like for like I feel comfortable and I feel like I look nice. Like nice to approach, a nice person, but I also feel good in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway, the bottom line is that he's starting to notice other women. Ma'am, he noticed other women before all of this, and that's why y'all are having such vitriol right now. Or the fact that y'all are so disconnected, or, ooh, big one. Or what if the reason why he's been blowing through all his money is because he's cheating? Them hoes up in them, like, what do they call them? Like those fucking mile high clubs, and like, you know, not the actual like airplane mile high. I'm talking about like those penthouse, like big giant scene, like clubs in like the sky. You know what I'm saying? The women in there tend to be pretty high dollar. You know what I'm saying? So like yeah, I get it. And then he says he hasn't cheated. He's just noticing other people because he's regularly disappointed in me. Okay, so I bet you're right. They're probably the women who hang around, the gold diggers who hang around, or the femmes or the gays or the they thems that hang around. I mean, shit, dude, make a buck. But they probably do look expensive. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, in particular, he given that he works in finance, there are a good number of career oriented type A women. I'm losing hope, who manage to have fantastic bodies, being effortlessly polished and glam, and have more interesting hobbies. But it's also finance, because like I remember when I was working in finance, all of the like people who were doing field work or were executives were very good looking people, because what are you usually doing in finance? You're convincing people to make money, give you money, sell you things. You know what I'm saying? And you have to look presentable to do that. It's literally salesman work. You know what I'm saying? So it's not unusual to me that people in finance look expensive because they're dealing with money and expenses. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, but again, that's not her field. So why? Anyway, anyway, he also says he feels horrible about all of this because he knows I'm a good person and that he's being judgmental. That it's not so much I've changed as that his own goals and expectations have changed. The financial infidelity part came into it because he feels like I'm not really investing myself and our relationship, thus cheating on our future.
By saving money.
All right. Yeah, especially because he spends a lot more than her on
Right.
any given day, my G. Um, he also says he loves me enough to be honest, and I do believe he's not trying to be hurtful. I really had to drag this all out of him. Trickle truth.
Yeah.
Okay, that he doesn't want us to drift apart further, that he doesn't want to be angry and resentful. He just knows he knows he's asking for a lot. I know that I know that many on this sub may say I should tell him to take a fucking hike and call my lawyer. Yes. But we've been married for 10 years. That's sunk fallacy cost. Don't believe that shit.
You've been married for 10 years and you have almost $1 million in retirement saved up. So half that's yours. You're gonna get
Yeah,
your
you're
investment back.
you're gonna get all of that shit back. And even more so because once again, you don't spend money like he does. So you're probably gonna reach it a lot faster than he will. And then so a couple things. We did make an appointment with a marriage counselor and start next week. Also, I'm going to try to do some stuff above, some of the stuff above. I'm not sure about making myself be more professionally ambitious when I'm already happy with my work life balance, and don't fucking change it. You will only regret it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm financially very comfortable, but I can at least try doing the other things, return to spending more time on cooking and decor and fixing myself up a bit when he's on his way home from work. Why? Anyway, why are you changing your anyway? Now that I know that they are important to him, I also know that in the end, I may feel like I'm just tiptoeing around and contorting myself to please him. Okay, thank you. At least you're aware. But it won't cost me much, certainly less a divorce, to
Nah,
try for a month or two. And then we see how we both
it'll
feel.
never be enough. He wants you
No,
to quit working and do some
right. Like
papers
you'll
dependent
literally
on
have
him.
nothing and you'll be just fine. You know what I'm saying? Like it sounds like you just need to divvy up the joint accounts. Like y'all literally have nothing else, like you inherited that house. That's your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't see anything, like y'all don't even pay the car note. You know what I'm saying? There's no car note. There's no mortgage. Like, what are you afraid of? Like I'll tell you right now, because the same thing with my ex, like we didn't have children, we didn't have assets, like everything I had was mine and everything that he had was his, and he just needed to sign the fucking papers, but he wouldn't anyway. But how much were those papers, baby? Like what, $50, thirty
I think like
bucks
all like
less than $100 just to get them to get the fuck out of your face. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I mean at the same time, it was a lot of money. So all right. So I don't know. So maybe not the update you were expecting, absolutely not. But that's where things are. And if things continue to be interested, I can update further. Blah 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 blah. And then this person says an edit to that post, sorry. I need to call it a night, but once again, thank you to everyone for your responses. They were really eye-opening and helped me see that I really do deserve better than the way I'm being treated, and that the expectations my husband is laying out for me are unfair and unrealistic, especially as he isn't doing anything at all to make it easier for me to meet them or to show me he appreciates my efforts and what I bring to the table. It's a red pill podcast. It's a red pill podcast. It's only been a couple years. What do you bring to the table? That came out of left field, but was an immediate red flag. Like, what the absolute fuck? I'm indeed conditioned to be very people pleasy, and that is impacting what I think is reasonable here. I have a lot to think about, since such as what do I really want here? What is going to make me happy, especially if I have to keep making myself smaller? Thank you. And contorting myself to please my husband. Thank you. Do I really want to be in a marriage under those conditions? I think I'm really selling myself short if I just agree to what he demands. Still going to go to marriage counseling, but I think I will wait to make any other changes until we can at least get some professional input. And that's the end of the next update. But the OP, there's like a bunch of comments here. I'm not going to read the comments just because, I mean, let's just get to the end. But the OP did write an update on the 18th. So what was that? The So on the 11th is the July 3rd was the first post. The second post was on July 11th, and now we're on July 18th. Bum bum bum. All right. So in the last part, it starts with like, them trying to recap, but I'd really rather not recap. so, at least they made it easier. So when I do read it on the live, it'll be a lot easier. But anyway, so the more I thought about it, the more his requests, demands really were sitting, poorly with me. I decided to try a little experiment over the weekend to see what would happen if I tried to meet some of his demands. Not because I actually thought they were reasonable, but because I increasingly had this sense that the goalposts would just keep moving. Right. And also, it is so crazy how we went from him being upset that you spent $5,000 to suddenly trying to be
a step further.
Right. that was not the direction I thought this was going to go in anyway. But like, considering that I'm pretty positive that he's been listening to podcasters, I guess I'm not surprised. Like, you can't tell me like he hasn't been listening to podcasters. The table is always the dead giveaway. Like, ugh, what an ass. Anyway, Um, move them feet, sir. Anyway, so she tries meeting some of these goalposts, or she knows that the goalposts are moving anyway. So Saturday morning, I went to the salon for a glow up, a haircut, fresh highlights, mani pedi. Then went to the farmer's market to pick up fresh flowers for our table, assorted other gourmet ingredients. Saturday is usually our date night, but I suggest we stay in and I would make a special dinner, steakhouse style lobster bisque, bread basket with several types of rolls and savory muffins, all made from scratch. Bread, I thought bread was one of those things that take time. So damn, that's crazy. And so I made from scratch craft crab stuffed mushrooms, filet mignon, au gratin potatoes, white chocolate mousse chopped with raspberries. I wore lavender, his favorite, on me, sheath dress with high heels and fully done hair and makeup. For all I got, for all that, I got a lukewarm thanks. It was tasty.
You kidding me? If you did all that for me, you would get endless orgasm.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And a kiss on the cheek. And you was talking about you was talking about you can leave me and I'm being misogynistic. Why would you want to leave? Why would I want to leave? Did you hear what you just said to me? Anyway, of course, I did all this. I did all the serving and cleaned up. Damn. Sunday we usually go out, but he suggested I make us brunch at home. So I made French pressed coffee, mimosas with fresh squeezed orange juice, Belgian waffles with a bananas foster topping, scrambled eggs with parmesan and fresh herbs from our garden, roasted fingerling potatoes and maple glazed bacon. Ooh, I love candied bacon, man. I wore a blue sleeveless sundress, wedge sandals. Damn, what a look. And again, I did my hair and makeup. And again, all I got was a thanks. Good. Afterward, I asked if this is what he had in mind. And when he critiqued me before, and he said it was a start. A start? That was like level 11.
That's top tier.
What the fuck?
I don't know what he thinks these career focused financial women are going to do.
Right. Like,
that's crazy.
Right. Like he wants a type A career woman, Stepford housewife. You can't do both. There's not enough hours in the day unless she had an assistant.
You know who was a type A career woman?
Who?
Fucking in Rugrats. Who's the blonde girl? Her mom.
Oh, Cynthia. Not Cynthia. Angelica's mom.
Angelica's mom.
What was that bitch name? I don't remember.
But that's what you're gonna get.
Debbie. I don't know. That's crazy though. You're right. I remember Jonathan. But anyway, what if her name was Karen? Hold up. I want to know now. Hold on. Angelica's mom. Who? Angelica's Charlotte Pickles. Man. That bitch is snatched. Dang. She extra snatched, bro. Anyway. But no, seriously though, like even the husband, like her dad was the stay-at-home dad, you know what I'm saying? Or he was like a freelancer or something. He worked from home basically. He was there. You know what I'm saying? Like is that what he wants? Like I don't know. I'm getting so many mixed up. Like you can't do both. He doesn't know
what he actually wants.
I think you're right. I think he really doesn't know what the fuck he wants.
He don't know what he has.
For sure, because a start, she gave you top like 5-star service with a smile, and you didn't even fuck her, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like my husband said, anyway. But like, so afterward, he said. Afterward, I asked if this is what he had in mind, but he said it was a start. But I was acting very entitled for wanting credit for basic adulting.
We are failing badly in adulting. That's basic.
Right. Holy shit. He then dropped a bomb that he was being so hard on me because he had realized lately I had to make up a lot for being a low value woman. And there it
There it
is.
is.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. I asked what on earth he meant by that. She didn't even know. She didn't even know because she literally wrote it in the post. What she brings to the table, she didn't even know. Oh, I feel so bad for her, honestly. I feel so bad for her because like she knew something was wrong, but she didn't know what. And bro, anyway. So keep in mind, we started dating at 21. Neither of us claimed to be virgins or stated that was an expectation.
Hold on, go back.
Huh?
I asked for our opinion, but after the second, because I was a virgin.
Oh, my bad. So after he called her a low value woman, I asked what on earth that meant by what on earth he meant by that. And he said it was because I wasn't a virgin when we met. What? Keep in mind, we started dating at 21. Neither of us claimed to be virgins or stated that as an expectation. Except for very religious people, neither of us is. I don't think most 21-year-old college students are virgins. I was upfront with him and said that I'd had two previous partners, my high school boyfriend and another boyfriend I'd had in college, and that's it. Both in committed relationships and nothing casual. He then went on to say that because of my low value, I was going to make it up to him for the rest of my life.
So fuck that.
I didn't deserve monogamy or
What?
equal treatment because I was lucky anyone wanted to marry me,
This is crazy.
and that he's connected with someone from work.
No fucking way.
After I took it back, you I told him it didn't sound like there was anything to keep if he no longer loved me or even respected me. I told him to leave, and he said he would gladly go to his girlfriend's place. Bro. So is your girlfriend a high value woman? Like, I know so many were insisting he was having an affair. Like, and that was my automatic response. And I just didn't want to see it, that his complaints were really all just part of a campaign to distance himself from me. And I feel foolish for thinking that we were just going through a stressful time. And he really wanted to work on our marriage. Anyway, I've taken the week off from work to get my head together, have an appointment with a lawyer tomorrow, canceled the marriage counseling appointment, but got a referral to an individual therapist who can take an intake and who can do an intake session with me later in the week. He and the girlfriend apparently are coming this evening to get more clothes, and I have to brace myself for that. Also, please be assured I do not think I'm low value in any way. I didn't think so. Like, nothing about your post gave that. Maybe a little hopeful, you know what I mean? But definitely not as delusional as that first story we read, you know. I let my husband make me think less of myself on some levels for a short time, but now I truly see what it was a him problem. Obviously, we don't share the same goals and values, and he's become someone I don't recognize. I know the divorce won't be fun or easy, but I will be okay. Thank you all for helping me see that I was being played before. I wasted too much time in a marriage that was already over. So, one last gem from my husband. Yes, it seems he fell down a toxic masculinity hole some point fairly recently, retroactively punishing me for not being a virgin at the outset after a 12-year relationship, including 10 years of marriage, is just completely over the top, right? Well, she was. Oh, I even said, so this person you connected with at work, is she actually a virgin? Well, she was. So you lowered her value then. So
she's low value.
once
Wow.
again, remember I recently was talking about the trauma cycle of a podcaster. They actively bring down women. So he just lowered that woman's value. So good job, you fucking idiot. Anyway, and then so virgin or not, someone who would sleep with a married woman or a married colleague is higher value than me. unless he lied about his marital status, which I wouldn't put past him. And he admitted he'd been having an affair for several months. He kept trying to say it really doesn't count as cheating because I'm so low value. Because I'm so low value, the standards are different. Wow. Wow. And then the commenters were commenting, and it's basically it's crazy how he was able to erode her self-esteem and confidence to the point where she actually believed him for a little while until he took it too far. And then this one was from the 20th, July 20th. So I wasn't going to post another update, but I've gotten dozens of DMs asking if I'm okay and how things are going. So this is specifically in response to those who are checking in on me. So they do a recap. So he was supposed to come get his stuff on Tuesday evening a couple days ago, but told me at the last minute he couldn't because his girlfriend wasn't feeling well. Some people in the comments called it, but yeah, she's apparently already pregnant.
Holy fuck.
He told me this on text, so now I have proof of the affair. Just an idiot. Just a low value male. And anyway, I didn't want him to keep jerking me around on the schedule for whatever reason, so I told him I'd pack his stuff and arrange movers. And I think it's better that way because I didn't really want him in my house. I already arranged for a friend to come over on Tuesday when he and Amy are supposed to come by. So the two of us spent the evening packing clothes and other personal effects. The movers came yesterday and got the boxes and furniture items he wanted. He didn't want much, just the stuff from his home office and his dresser, as apparently Amy's apartment is small. The girlfriend. Right, like you went from
downgraded, buddy.
Just downgrading, you low value male. You're such a low value male that you just immediately lower any woman's value within proximity. Like your own what is it? Train of thought dictates that you are the catalyst to lowering women, so you yourself are a low value man. You fucking idiot. You downgrading motherfucker. Anyway. All right. So it says I didn't really want them in the house and they just arranged for movers because her apartment is small. And after yesterday, I went to the clinic to get STD tested. I won't have those back for a while, but thankfully no symptoms. And met with my lawyer who said I had a good case for adultery, mental cruelty. Dang. So that means if you're one of those red pill podcaster bros and your wife divorces you, they could probably get you for mental cruelty. That is incredibly interesting. I wonder how that would go. And if I wanted to go that route, at a minimum, it's leverage to get him to settle quickly and quietly, right? Because mental anguish, if you can prove it, which she can, you know what I'm saying? I gotta say, like even in my job as a claims adjuster, you know what I'm saying? The mental anguish claims get super escalated, like super duper escalated, like straight away. If you can prove mental anguish that someone did this on purpose, maliciously to you, holy fuck, those people be getting paid, bro. Anyway, also locked down all the finances within parameters provided by the lawyer so he can't empty our joint account or anything that belongs to me. Change the account beneficiaries and everything else too. Change the locks to the house too. You remember that story we read where the guy didn't change all his info from his ex-wife to his new young wife, and then the ex-wife got everything? Like, she changed the beneficiaries.
Oh, like, yeah, he died.
Yeah.
And
she got everything, yeah. And so did the kids. But this woman, they haven't even divorced yet, and she's already changing beneficiaries. If you're in that position and they won't change it, they don't want to change it. I'm just saying that. I'm just reiterating that. Because you absolutely will. I decided to take the advice of some of the commenters, and I'm getting rid of the bed and the other bedroom furniture. I'm donating it. I decided to take some of the advice of the commenters, and I'm getting rid of the bed and other bedroom furniture I shared with him. I'm donating it. Someone is coming this afternoon to haul it off, and I'm going to completely redecorate the bedroom to my own taste. That will take a bit, staying in one of the guest rooms in the meantime. I'm also taking a spa weekend away, leaving tomorrow morning and back Sunday night, just to get a change of scenery before I have to go back to work. And yes, even after buying the gaming setup, I have plenty of fun money left in my account to afford my lawyer's retainer and redoing the bathroom. I mean, the bedroom, as well as my getaway with plenty left over. Here's to frugality when it counts, lol. For real. Those are the main updates for the moment. I'm doing better than expected. I think in realizing more and more each day, it really wasn't a good marriage, at least not for the last couple of years when he started expecting me to do everything around the house and all the emotional labor of running our lives outside of work with no help and no gratitude. Amy sure is going to have her hands full. Once again, I cannot thank everyone here. I need to get ready for my spa weekend, so apologies in advance if I haven't responded, and so on and so forth. And then, oh, this was very interesting. My understanding is that they're peers, and it's not against the rules as long as they're on the same level to date. And then this person said, "Oh yeah, this is the last thing I remember on this one. How is a 24-year-old making the same amount of money as your ex?" They're both in an executive training program for fairly recent MBA graduates, so masters. Amy is apparently some sort of prodigy who got hers at 21. She got her master's at 21. And my soon to be ex husband started out in supply chain management and worked his way up. And the company paid for his MBA, which he finished a couple years ago. And after that, he moved to the finance side and was accepted into the training program earlier this year. She's 24, apparently graduated college at 18. And he just got his MBA a couple years ago, was on a different business operations track before finishing, switching to finance. Again, he's
So
33 and she's 24.
so he just like crash wrecked her career
Yeah, he just
pretty
ruined
much. Like
he
she
ruined
just
her
started her career.
trajectory.
She started hella early, doing really well, and all of a sudden she's pregnant.
And if it's really as like cutthroat as OP is making it seem like, you know what I'm saying? That means also that they're probably going to oust her. They're probably going to fire her. They're probably going to get rid of her because they don't want to deal with a pregnant woman. Nobody wants to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Like
if
yeah,
if
any
you're
high
up and
career, it's
coming,
very rare that you'll get maternity leave and get to come back to your same position.
right, or they'll think less of you, or they'll start making fun of you for being like, I don't know, hormonal, or like you'll have to take time off now and now you're going to
Yeah,
waste
especially
company
with this
money.
piece of shit, you're gonna have to take a lot of time off to take care of that kid. He's not doing shit.
Right. And not to mention the fact that you know, he wants a woman who's making big bucks. If they're going to oust her in this type of really hot environment, you know what I'm saying? You really think she's gonna last? I really don't think so. I think they're just going to try and get rid of her. I think they're going to absolutely try and get rid of her. She won't be high value anymore. And then once again, he's either going to go running back to OP or he's going to find an even younger individual and he's going to start the cycle over again. Again, the trauma cycle of a red pill podcaster. He and this is like a beautiful, I remember reading the story, like, you know, like obviously I forgot a lot of the story, like because I read it really quickly, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get the real true depth of the story until just right now, you know what I mean? But like it's so crazy like how all of these people are just destroying it. I feel like this cult mentality, I really feel like it should be illegal because he's literally ruining her life. Like she's gonna like wake up one day like big as hell pregnant, you know, with this fucking piece of shit 33-year-old. All her friends are gonna be hanging out and chilling and they're gonna be like, ooh girl, you got all this money, you know what I'm saying? And he's gonna be like, no, you need to stay home. Or I don't know. And you know what's even worse is like I really feel like this is like a book smart versus street smart a book smart versus street smart situation. You know what I'm saying? Like she's really obviously like a genius, and but obviously she fell for a grifter. You know, she fell for that fucking bullshit. Like
For
you're
a smooth talking
for a
finance guy.
smooth talking finance dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just the shittiest fucking person.
Right.
And like I'm just it is sick how bad, and I just feel terrible for
This
this
is what I
person.
was arguing with that person on Reddit about earlier, by the way. It was like
Oh,
a story of a like 28-year-old woman went on a date with a 38-year-old guy, and he was bragging about hooking up with 18-year-olds, and she walked out on it. And people in the comments were like, "What's wrong with that? It's legal." And this one person was like, "Well, what are you just saying 18-year-olds are dumb and they can't make their own decisions?" And I was like, "Yes, they can make their own decisions, but yes, everyone at 18 is so much dumber than everyone at 40." Like they were like, well, can a 40-year-old be dumb? Yeah. But imagine that 40-year-old at 18. Like
yeah,
you live so
exactly.
much more life between 40 and 18. You're lying to yourself if you say you were just had it all together and a smart person and making good decisions at 18 compared to where you are now.
Exactly.
It's crazy. So like this person was hella smart, got a head start on their life and got into a great career early, but they had no life experience and it
I
fucked them.
yeah, and I oh man, and you know that she was sheltered too.
Yeah, if
I
all you're
bet
doing is
you.
school that
Oh
early,
man, could you imagine? Remember, I was like earlier. I was like, I think I'm trying my best to just speak as much life into our kids as possible. You know what I'm saying? But like, holy shit, like, did these parents not give a shit? Were they just worried about what she could do for them? You know, like
or just super excited she was
I really
on the
want to
fast
hear.
track
I really
and
want to hear what her side of the story might be. I
right.
want to hear what her family has to say. I bet you her mom and dad are probably pissed, bro. Like,
Yeah, I'd be hella mad if our kid just like turned out to be a super financial genius and went to college in their teens, graduated and got a master's before they're 25 and then just fucked it away,
gosh.
literally.
This person says the affair partner. Hello, Kiki. This person says the affair partner is going to leave him high and dry once his real colors start coming out, which is likely going to start a domino effect of his dramatic fall from grace, or he's going to rip her right out of that bright future. What? Okay, she has going on to make her fit perfectly inside this tater tot box. Oh, Andrew Tater. I was like, I didn't get that at first.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. And then given that she's a high value woman who chose this man as her partner, as well as the fact that she's apparently pregnant in the middle of an intensive executive training program, I'm not particularly optimistic about her future. I'm glad that we're not the only ones. I'm floored by the term low value woman. The husband didn't just come up with this. He's been on someone's toxic blog or hangs out with some misogynist friends. Also, was he a virgin when they married? Because if not, what the fuck does that say about his value?
She said no, right?
Yeah, they were not. Neither of them. Oh man, this person says, I don't think she'll sacrifice her career for him, considering his outrageous expectations of OP. How terrible of her to only be so comfortable making 200,000 a year. I don't think he'd allow it. I'm curious as to how he's going to handle the realization that he can't have a full-time career woman and a stay-at-home mom and a trophy wife all in one. Yes, thank you. Thank you for articulating that. And people are saying that he's going to end up cheating again. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but dang, that's crazy. Anyway, I just thought that was a fucking crazy ass story. Like he literally ruined that woman's life if she keeps it. But I really, really do hope that she is some sort of genius and she's not like not street smart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hope she catches
I
on
really
once
hope
he's
she
living with her.
I hope she catches on before it's too late.
I think living with a guy like this, especially in a small apartment like that, is gonna let her see real quick exactly who he is.
But I also wonder if she's so young and she might be quite the people pleaser.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's why
saying?
these people go for young people because they don't know
Like
what to
she's
expect.
gonna
Like, oh, this is
know.
just how it is.
Yes, like she's gonna know something's fucking wrong because she's a genius. You know what I'm saying? I hope she would know that this is wrong, especially if her friends, if she has any, are out living their best life. Put that shit together, y'all. If your friends are living their best lives and you're like wondering, you're like, I wish I could be them, and your partner won't let you go be like them, that's a fucking problem. Okay. She's gonna figure it out real quick. Or people are just, or you know what's even worse, what if he's gonna like be like, don't get rid of it, he's gonna talk her into keeping it, and and everybody, he's gonna be like, nobody's gonna understand us, nobody's gonna understand this, but this is you and me, it's you and me against the world kind of bullshit. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's going to, she's gonna keep it out of spite. I hope not, though. I hope she's smart. I
Right.
hope she's as smart as she's saying that she is.
There's some other people who went to college in their teens. They said, I went to college when I was 15, almost 16. It was very isolating and it wasn't fun. And I don't look back on it as a good experience. Absolutely no one wanted to hang out, let alone date a 16 or 17-year-old when they were 19 to 21. 2 to 3 years was a huge social gap then. It wasn't until years later I realized how harmful it was and how hurt I was that I didn't get any experience of the college life or social um, experience, and how confusing it can still be to wonder how it could have been different.
Oh, very interesting. And now she's going to be even more robbed because if she does keep the baby, then she's been robbed of her early 20s too. That's super fucked, dude. But anyway, regardless, all right, I'm pretty sure this episode, I didn't mean it for this to be this long. And if Slap wants to cut like a story out, please do.
I'm not gonna do that.
But all right, guys. Oh yeah, I did have one more pin if you wanted to hang around for just a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? Um, Earlier in that story, in that Barbie story, she said she took the man to the movie in an effort to make him realize that he was being a jackass. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about, there was like a story where someone um literally was being gaslit by her partner, and she, like, somebody told her to like read a book or read a thread about gaslighting, like genuine gaslighting, like he was literally taking her stuff and then putting it back a couple hours later after she asked about it and putting it exactly where it was, like, kind of thing, and like making her be crazy. And then she put up cameras, and that's how she caught him, right? And so um she, oh, to the point where like he would take stuff, so she started like once she found out what it was, she started fucking with him back. So she knew, she would notice something go missing but she wouldn't say anything, and then he would be like, hey, are you missing your purple pin? You know what I'm saying? So he was like basically outing himself, you know? And then so she was like, oh no, haha, well, that's so weird. You know what I'm saying? And just actively just ignoring everything. And then it got to the point where somebody told her to watch a movie, I guess maybe on one of the forums or stories she read. Somebody said to watch this movie named Gaslight or something. And so she made him watch the movie and didn't say anything and was just like, how interesting. And just was being absolutely obnoxious about how obvious she was being. Like, she's like, I know what the fuck you're doing, you jackass. You know, I know what the fuck you're doing. And this movie proves that I know what the fuck you're doing. And she said in the corner of her eye, she could see him like just cringe farther and farther away. Like it was getting him mad uncomfortable because it was obvious that she made him realize that she caught on. You know what I'm saying? And then they broke up shortly after she kicked his stupid ass out. But anyway, it just made me think about that, like how it's so funny how we use movies to try and convey a point, And then we suddenly are emboldened by these points, and then we tell them to get the fuck to stepping. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. All right, that's all I wanted. So there's a mini story for you. Anyway, I'm gonna go play more Plants vs Zombies and watch Steven Universe. Oh, and don't forget, I'm probably gonna go live on Saturday so we can watch the finale of Craig of the Creek, and maybe I'll read this story. And then all right guys, I love y'all. Remember, please follow. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers on TikTok. Um, and I'm also myself trying to get to 100,000 followers by the end of the year. That was a goal of mine last year, and I missed it. So I'm
Yeah, and
trying
give me
again.
1,000 followers on TikTok so I can join
Yeah.
random live streams and argue with people.
Get slapped to 1,000 too. All right, y'all. But for real, I really appreciate you. And please, if I'm just ever too chaotic, y'all, just let me know.
Shut up.
And yes, sir. Okay, I love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.